Hello everyone, welcome to Adda 24/7 classes. Today we are going to discuss laissez-faire concept and other basic steps in economics, other related steps. So this laissez-faire concept is a basic concept, and this concept is considered very popular in economics as it laid foundation, or it is considered part of the foundation for modern economics and modern economic thought. And the foundation for modern economics, modern economic thought can be traced back to Adam Smith. He is considered the father of modern economics, or the father of modern economic thought. Also, he is also considered father of capitalism. Then he is also credited with coining the term GDP, gross domestic product. That means sum total of goods and services produced, or total value of goods and services produced in an economy within a year, say 1 year. So this is GDP. And this man, the father of economics, modern economic thought, Adam Smith, is credited with coining the term GDP also. So Adam Smith gave the definition of economics as economics is a study of wealth, but later Alfred Marshall gave a new definition, that welfare definition. And after that, Paul A. Samuels and Lionel Robbins came with their definition of growth as well as scarcity. On these definitions, they defined economics. What is economics? So one of the major topic which connected with economics and also with the modern economics or with the classical economics, like Adam Smith and others, they dealt with this topic, laissez-faire. Also, invisible hand. These are some of the important concepts in economics. So today we are going to discuss what is laissez-faire. What is laissez-faire? Let's get started. You can understand the concept easily from this slide. See, this first hand, there is a hand. The hand is the hand of government, the hand of the government. See, government is involving in each and every aspect of society, every person's life. We are paying tax to the government. Whatever we need, our basic need, or those basic steps, whatever we need, that are provided by whom? By the government. So government has a role in the society, has a role in the economy, in our public life, in our private life. Government has a role. Government is running based on our tax. They have the responsibility to us. So, however, in the concept of laissez-faire, or the laissez-faire concept restrict the government intervention in the economy. Regarding what to produce, it is decided not by the government, but by the persons involved in the economic activity. Economic activity means activities which generate income. So laissez-faire says that let the market do, not the government. Not the government to decide what to happen, what to do. That means the government, that doesn't mean government has no role, but laissez-faire means government has limited role. Sometimes no role, sometimes limited role. That means in simple, the hand of the government should not interfere in the economy. It is not the government's hand that should work for the economy. Laissez-faire, the definition says that laissez-faire economics, it restrict, it confining the government intervention in the economy. This is simply. So you may think, then who will control the market? They say if the government's hands are not working, government is not stretching out their hands into the economy, then who will control the market? Who will lead the market? If not government, who? Who? That's a question. So laissez-faire, not the government hand, no. Not government, then who? See, in this concept, laissez-faire, it is taken from the French word. That simply means let the market do, let do. French word laissez-faire means, French word laissez-faire is a French word. It means let do. That means who? That means the market will do. Who will control the economy? It is the market, not the government. It is the market. It is a market. So the market will control not by the government. Market control not by the government but by other forces. This is simply laissez-faire. So no government involved. Laissez-faire economics, it restricts government intervention in the economy. Government should not interfere. Government has limited or no role. This is laissez-faire. So in laissez-faire policy, what are the policies in the first? Capitalism. In capitalism, the ownership is not with the government. Laissez-faire says that not the government hand not necessary in the market. The government has no role or limited role. In contrast to this, that means the government involvement, capitalism requires a free market economy to succeed. Free market means no government intervention or limited government intervention, no or limited role. Under capitalism, who will control the market? It's their market forces like demand and supply. Under capitalism, the ownership is with whom? It is with individuals. And they derive their income from their ownership. For example, in India, the telecom sector. Who is having major role? It is in the hands of certain individuals like Ambani, Jio, Airtel, VI, Vodafone Idea. Is under some individuals. They are controlling. Then what is the role of government? They are just fixing certain policies for the benefit of the consumers, those who are using those products. So government has limited role. Government is not fixing the price. Government is not fixing on what data, the data that the company should provide to the people. No, the government. It is decided by the company, not by the government. Government is they are regulating or they are implementing certain policies for the best interest of the consumers only. So under capitalism, the individuals have ownership and they are deriving their income through or they are getting profit from their ownership. Next, for laissez-faire to work, second is free market economy. Free market means what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, which machine to be used, what quantity, whether more labor or latest technology should be involved. These decisions should not be taken by the government. For example, the government is deciding that in India, we only produce rice, no wheat, and the rice should be produced with maximum labor and less technology should be used, and daily 100 kg should be, 100 kg should be produced. Is it fair? No. In free market economy, it is produced based on the demand and supply. For example, the demand for rice is high, then production will increase. If demand less, then production will decrease. This is free market economy. That means government has no role or limited role. However, for capitalism to succeed, free market is necessary. For capitalism to succeed, free market economy is necessary. Then rational market theory, and that's not that much important. So these two aspects you need to remember. So I hope you got an idea from this slide that what is laissez-faire economic theory. So laissez-faire means let do. Then go by the definition, standard definition. Laissez-faire refers to the economic policy of allowing the owners of the industry or the business. They set what they said, they are setting working conditions without any interference from the government. They will set the conditions. They will put forward certain conditions regarding how to work, how to move, everything. So this laissez-faire policy is inclined towards, it's favoring what? It's favoring free market economy. Laissez-faire policy favors a free market economy. That means not regulated by the government, unregulated by the government. The government has no role, sometimes limited role. This is what laissez-faire speaks about. Laissez-faire, it refers to an economic policy of letting owners of industry and business set working conditions without interference, no interference. So it favors what? Free market. Free market means what? Unregulated by the government. Government intervention is, or government has no role or limited role. This is laissez-faire. Then, so take this example, another example, to understand the concept very clear in deep. Yes. So regarding business or industrial affairs, what is the role of the government? In an economy which is not following the laissez-faire concept, their government's role is high. It will increase when compared to the free market economy. Maximum government interference. And there is no question of no interference from the government in an economy controlled by government or a socialist economy arise. No question. However, in a free market economy or an economy run on capitalist principles or an economy which is based on laissez-faire economic theory or economic concept, there the business or industrial affairs has minimum or no interference from the government. It has minimum or no interference from the government. Or interference is minimum or no. Sometimes it is minimum, sometimes it is no interference from the government. Regarding the economic matters of individuals, the same is applicable. What? Minimum or no interference. Or in other words, no role or limited role. No role or limited role. This will finally lead to what? Improved business environment in their opinion, or those who are supporting the proponents of the laissez-faire concept. They are arguing that it will lead to improved business environment, economic growth, and finally development. So this concept is good. So minimum or no role or limited role of the government is necessary. Minimum or non-interference from the government will lead to more economic growth and economic development. Yes. So this is all about laissez-faire concept. Then we can just compare it with the government, how it is, when it is determined by the government, how it moves. For example, in laissez-faire economy, what to produce is determined by who? It's a producers, what to produce. I will give you a simple example. For example, when I was a little boy, that means when I was in the school, that time the mobile phone technology, the latest modern mobile phone technology was introduced to us, or it was introduced in the market. So that time, for the basic feature phone, that time Nokia was the king. The Nokia phones have more demand than any other phones. People trust Nokia because of their quality, its features. So it's only initial stage. They trust Nokia. So among the people, Nokia is the favorite. However, later when new updates were introduced, also when new players came to the market, the smartphones got much important. Smartphones got much popularity. Many companies, especially the Chinese companies, introduced the smartphones. That time the Chinese companies not popular like today. That time it's the quality, they compromise on the quality, but the prices are low. So that time those who did not have that much money, they will purchase those China phones. However, later Samsung introduced quality smartphones with affordable price and also with new features, high resolution. The people who earlier used Nokia shifted to Samsung. Now the demand for what? Demand for Nokia decreased and demand for Samsung increased. This resulted in less supply for Nokia and more supply for Samsung. So who decided this? Is it decided by the government? That time, does our government decided that now we can stop Nokia and we can promote Samsung? No. Or the government interfered and it resulted in the market, or intervened in the market, and it resulted in the increase in demand for demand for Samsung? No. It's a consumers, because when new technology came with new update, with new features, the people shifted their consumption from one product to another product. That means from Nokia to Samsung. This resulted in less demand for Nokia, more demand for Samsung. That also means supply from Nokia decreased and supply from Nokia escalated or gradually increased. Samsung gradually increased or escalated. Who decided? It is a market. That means demand and supply from consumer. That determined by the consumer's preferences. It is determined by the consumer's preferences. Determined by the consumer's preferences. So, under the laissez-faire economy, the consumers determine what to produce. Because people are in favor of Samsung. That means demand for Samsung increasing, not Nokia. So they determined what to buy. So the production of Samsung increased and Nokia decreased. So what to produce here decided by whom? The consumers, their preference. Their preference is towards Samsung, not Nokia. So demand for Samsung increased. So until laissez-faire economics, what to produce is decided by or determined by the consumer. Based on the consumer's preference, their demand, the companies would produce or increase or decrease their production. Shift may occur. However, under command economy means someone is commanding. Who is commanding? The government. Command economy simply means that someone is commanding. That means socialism. The government is commanding. regarding what to produce. For example, the government is decided to produce only Nokia, no Samsung. Then the people need to depend on Samsung. If they the new features or a new update introduced in the market, the people will not have any opportunity, to buy or purchase Samsung. Why? Because government decided only to produce Nokia, not Samsung. Who are the losers? We. Who are the losers? We, the consumer. Isn't it? Yes, I'm not a liar. That's correct. So, under a command economy, the government will decide. It is decided by the government regarding what to produce, not by the consumers. The consumer needs Samsung. We have no choice. We need to trust, or we need to depend on the government decision. Whatever the government is providing, we need to choose. We have no choice. We need to take. No choice. We only need to take. So, what to produce, it is determined by the government. Then, as per the laissez-faire economy, how to produce? For example, whether you need profit. For example, for a producer, what they need? Profit. Because profit is necessary to sustain life. Profit is needed. If more profit, that means if they need more good profit, they need more good service. So, how to produce? How to produce? It is determined by producers. They need profit. So, they will decide whether latest technology should be introduced, or latest technology should be brought to the market. Then produce more, increase profit, saves time. They will decide. Also, they will decide also whether we need more labor. If more labor, time consumption is less. More time is needed to produce goods and service. Profit is less. Quantity also less. So, they will decide. So, they decide how to produce. However, in a command economy, how to produce is determined by the government. Whether by introducing latest machine or by employing more labor, it is decided by the government. That's in a command economy. Then under the laissez-faire economy, for whom to purchase, it is also decided by laissez-faire, determined by purchasing power. For example, in a country, the most of the people are rich, their standard of living is high, then demand for Veblen or snowboard or luxury goods increase. Then many producers start producing luxury goods also. Why? Because there is demand. People have purchasing power. They are ready to buy. They are ready to purchase. So here it is decided by whom? By the government. By the producers. However, for whom to produce under command economy? Determined by the government. In a poor country, the command economy is suitable. If people are poor, then command economy, the government will decide what to provide, luxury or non-luxury goods or food items, basic need. So they will decide what to provide to the government. However, under laissez-faire economy, the economy includes middle class people and low class people and well-off people, or high class, upper middle class, higher class people. Then the producers will decide what to produce, whether to produce at affordable rate or high rate. And under a command economy, the prices are not stable every time. For example, for profit, sometimes they increase the rate or decrease the price, sometimes increase the price or decrease the price. In this way, it is working. So, under laissez-faire economics, free market competition determines how much things should cost. For example, take our mobile phone market, smartphone market. We have Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, Realme, Redmi, then also OnePlus, Apple. So here there is competition. When there is competition in the market, then the prices may vary. For example, some brand may sell their product at low price. Why? To attract consumers, those who have less money. or some brands will increase their price. Why? To attract those consumers who have money. For example, Apple phones have quality, however the prices are high. So what would happen? Only those who have the money or financial wherewithal with them can purchase it. Isn't it? Yes. So free market economy, there is, and we can find an element of competition that determines how much things should cost. That determines how much things should cost. Then the producers or the entrepreneurs determine what should be produced. They will determine what to produce, how to produce. And the state cannot know what each individual says. This is not the state, but the producers know what the people need. For example, smartphone, we have different range of fonts, price, specifications, everything. So the producers know what. Some need camera, some need high resolution, some want to play game, whatever. And also the free market competition determines how much of each product should be produced, how much they will determine. For example, when the mobile phones demand for Samsung increase, or the demand shifted from Nokia to Samsung, the producers of Samsung realized that the people are at present need Samsung, they are in favor of Samsung, they produce more. And Nokia, the producers of Nokia realized that our market is dwindling, our market decreasing, gradually decreasing, eroding. So what they did, they decreased their production, not increase. And under laissez-faire, the government should not intervene in the marketplace. So the society which will grow or thrives if the economy is left in the hands of those who can compete. Only if there is competition, we will get quality products, maybe at low price, high price, whatever. So competition is one of the feature of laissez-faire economics. So remember only the concepts. I explained this concept in detail, but not in-depth detail, but a basic detail with examples. Why? To understand the concept, not just definition. It's easy to give the definition like laissez-faire means no government role, let the market do. This is a definition, but it is difficult for you to understand the concept if I only explain, I only gave the definition. So I explained in detail to get an idea. So in your examination, how they ask questions? For example, in examination, we can take an example like a market in which the prices are determined, or what to produce is determined by consumer preference. Which type of economy is this? Command economy, laissez-faire economy, mixed economy, none of the above. It is laissez-faire economy. Or they may also ask how to produce is determined by producers who are seeking profit, is a type of which economy. Simple questions they may ask. So this much detailing is needed, whether it is needed. So I already mentioned that we discuss this concept not in detail, but only the basic idea with examples to give you a perfect clarity regarding how to prepare for the examination. So remember these concepts. This is help you understand the concept. So this laissez-faire philosophers, that is Adam Smith, he is a laissez-faire philosopher. He advised that leave the business alone. They will determine what to produce. So this theory of free market or free economy, it was defended by Adam Smith in his book? In his book, An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. An Enquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations. an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations. An inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations. So this theory of free market or free economy, it was defended by Adam Smith in his book, An Inquiry into the Nature and Cause of Wealth of Nation. So he argued what? He advocated for liberty. Adam Smith, the father of modern economic thought, argued for economic liberty or economic progress. So he claimed that government need not interfere in the economy. So this was supported by his laissez-faire. It was supported by another concept, or the invisible hand. That metaphor supported this idea of Adam Smith, invisible hand. It is another concept, and in the next class we will discuss in detail regarding invisible hand. So remember the concept. First, understand the definition with examples. Second, who is the major proponent of laissez-faire economics or laissez-faire economic theory? It is by Adam Smith. So remember these concepts, these are necessary. So they may ask questions, so you need to understand it with these examples. So this is all for today. We can discuss other topic like invisible hand and definition of economics in other class. Thank you for watching. Bye.